Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Breaking news. And I would have gotten on this a few minutes earlier, but I was watching the MMM show, Matt's Masks and Mayhem. Special guest tonight's episode was Killer Cross. Go check it out. Cheap plug. There you go. Rich Swann was just announced for the cross promotion show on Twitch this Saturday night. Penta does Iowa cross promotion between Impact Wrestling and Wrestling Revolver. This is huge because I think people assumed that this was going to happen sooner or later for Rich Swann. Now, the tweet is interesting because, give me a second, let me find it. The tweet came out. Actually, let me backtrack. Backtrack, 4 days? Rich Swann tweeted out, said May 5th, for the first time ever, Impact Wrestling and Wrestling Revolver come together live on Twitch. And then he calls out Palmer, the guy who has the open challenge for, I forget what championship it is. I apologize. It's an open invitational, I guess. And it sounds like he wants to go for his championship. And I'm a little shocked. I kind of thought this would be big news. I know people have different opinions of Rich Swann. He was in the WWE, got arrested, charges were dropped, he got let go from WWE. Or it was a mutual thing. However it went down, I forget exactly how it all went down. But nonetheless, he's no longer with WWE. Now, and then he booked some dates prior to WrestleMania weekend, went out of the dates, he retired, then showed up after WrestleMania, I believe. I'm trying to think of the timeline here. Showed up at a CZW show. I'm trying to remember when he did that. Was it before or after Mania? I forget. But nonetheless, it looks like he's not retiring. He's sticking with wrestling, which is great. Either way, I understand and I respect whatever decision he makes, I'm sure, he's concerned about people's opinions and his future in the wrestling business. But I think if Impact is willing to take a chance on him, I think it's great. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, they shouldn't do that because blah, 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 blah. No, go ahead. Go for it. I mean that in the most sincere, positive way. So I'm really excited to see him show up this Saturday. Like I said, it's interesting how it's worded because Swann put that out a few days ago. Tonight, literally right after I get done talking about Impact Wrestling, the review, the preview for this show, excuse me, Wrestling Revolver puts out breaking. Rich Swann debuts this Saturday at Penta Does Iowa live on Twitch with Impact Wrestling. Doesn't say for Pro Wrestling Revolver. It says debuts on Twitch with Impact Wrestling. That's kind of interesting. It's also interesting that Impact Wrestling didn't say anything. I'm sure they're going to follow up with this tomorrow. I have no doubt about that. But nonetheless, very excited about that. Can't wait for the show this weekend. And I'm officially losing my voice, so I'm going to cut this out here. So, good night, folks. Very excited. Had to talk about this real quick. Lot going on tomorrow. So, didn't know if I was going to have time to do this or not. So, had to quick jump in here and do it. So, peace. Have a good one. Tremendous news. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Good night.